more of our conversation with actor Tony Shalhoub. His career path began at the University of Southern Maine, where he was a theater student. Success did not come quickly. He acted in theater for 15 years before he got a big break and landed a regular role on the TV sitcom Wings. Since then, he has won numerous awards, including a Tony, a Golden Globe, and several Emmys and Screen Actors Guild Awards. Tony Shalhoub was back on the USM campus last month. He's the honorary chair of the fundraising campaign for the university's new arts center, and we talked about the remarkable ride he has had as an actor. I was thinking that I would want to ask you about your career highlights, and there are, as I see it, a lot of them. You know, in addition to Wings, Big Night,
oh boy,
Monk, Galaxy Quest, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and so on. And then I thought, you know, I shouldn't ask about what I think are Tony's career highlights. What do you think are your career highlights?
Well, many of those things you mentioned. For me to talk about highlights, I mean, I guess Big Night was, in terms of film, was a bit of a game changer.
Big Night tells a story of two brothers running an Italian restaurant, with Stanley Tucci playing the brother who waits on tables and runs the business, and Tony Shalhoub as a perfectionist chef.
Maybe too hot still. Huh?
No, we have to serve now. I mean,
Okay. Okay.
no, wait. Cut at the table.
Okay.
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 I worry it's going to be too hot. It's going to fall apart.
That's why I say, is it too hot?
No, we don't have time for too hot. Let's go. Come on. Christian, open the door.
Actors, of course, never know what's going to come next. So you had a wonderful run on Monk, which I know was a really rewarding experience for you.
Yes.
And then you might have thought, well, okay, I'm probably not going to have such a great TV role again, or I might not have such a great TV role
That's
again.
That's exactly what I thought.
And then Marvelous Mrs. Maisel comes along for you.
Completely out of the blue, yeah.
Do you know what time it is?
It's late.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Don't you wear a watch?
Not with this outfit.
We were worried, Miriam. Worried sick, if you must know.
Your mother vomited.
I did not vomit.
Well, she did something in the bathroom that took a very long time.
I mean, there were so many wonderful aspects of that, but it was so different. The role was so different from Monk, and also working in a different time period. You know, I love that time period for me.
You've had such good fortune in your career because you've gotten to move from theater to television to film and do all of them in kind of equal measure.
Yeah.
Do quality work, but also work that has attracted audiences. And so it has brought you a measure of fame and financial success. And yet I would think you can still lead a normal life, which some actors can't. You can still, I would think, go to the Miss Portland Diner and sit at the counter for 20 minutes and have a cup of coffee, and you're not going to get swarmed by people.
Let's do that. Let's do that right now.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, I get recognized, you know, here and there, but and that's nice. It's never a problem. But I've worked with really, really famous people, and I see how they have to navigate those waters. And boy, it's challenging. You know what I mean? It's a little scary sometimes. So I'm fine where I am. I don't need to. You know, I don't need more of that.
Before we sat down, you and I were talking about Paul Newman. I read an interview once or saw an interview once with Paul Newman, and he was asked, what was the best question you were ever asked in an interview? And he said it was from a reporter for a kid's newspaper. So it was a 10 or 11-year-old who said to him, what's your favorite dinosaur? So let me ask you, Tony, what's your favorite dinosaur?
What is my favorite dinosaur? Well, that's a very good.
See, you haven't been asked that question
I
ever
have never
in
been
all
asked
of the
that.
interviews.
Maybe
You've
my
never been
grandson-
asked that
maybe
question.
my grandson had asked me that. My favorite dinosaur, I would probably have to say Dino on the Flintstones. Yeah.
That's a good one.
That was a very, very important show when I was a kid.
Always had a big smile on his face.
Yes.
Dino.
He's a happy dinosaur.
If you missed the first part of our conversation with Tony Shalhoub, which aired last night, you can find it in the 207 section of our News Center Maine app or website. And coming up in a few minutes, a bit more of our conversation with Tony. He'll talk about his favorite movie, favorite TV show, favorite actor, and more.